Good afternoon, and welcome to Stockton University's commencement ceremony for the School of Social and Behavioral Science. I am Dr. Amy Beth Glass, Interim Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs, and will serve as your MC for the ceremony. Our first priority today and every day is to provide a safe environment for our community. To do so, please remember to follow 3 simple rules throughout today's events: mask up, back up, and wash up. Thank you. Would everyone please rise for the national anthem, sung by Danae Hayes, bachelor's candidate for criminal justice.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Another round of applause. That was an awesome job. It is my pleasure to introduce the platform party. They will stand and remain standing as their names are called. Please hold your applause until I complete the introductions. Representing the Stockton University Board of Trustees are Mr. Raymond Giacone, Chair and a 1979 Stockton alumnus, and Dr. Harvey Kesselman, President of Stockton University. Distinguished members of our platform also include Dr. Zakiya Smith-Ellis, Chief Policy Advisor for the Office of the Governor for the State of New Jersey and our keynote speaker for this ceremony. Dr. Michelle McDonald, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Dr. Susan Davenport, Executive Vice President and Chief of Staff. Thank you all for your service to Stockton University and to higher education in New Jersey. Platform party, please be seated. It is now my privilege to ask Mr. Ray Giacone, Chair of the Stockton Board of Trustees, to come to the podium and offer some welcoming remarks.
Thank you, everyone. And once again, that was the greatest national anthem live I have ever heard. Thank you so much. My name is Ray Giacone, and I'm a 1979 graduate and have the honor of serving as chair of the Board of Trustees of Stockton University. You have demonstrated great commitment in earning your degree at Stockton. This will serve you well in your next chapter in life, in your job, community service, and advanced studies. I welcome you to our community of over 55,000 Stockton Osprey alumni representing Stockton throughout the United States and beyond. I encourage all of you to remain involved with Stockton, to take full advantage of the programs, activities, and others offered to alumni. Congratulations from the Board of Trustees and the entire Stockton community. And now please welcome Dr. Harvey Kesselman, President of Stockton University, to the podium to introduce our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Trustee Ciccone. It is truly my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Zakiya Smith-Ellis, Chief Policy Advisor to Governor Phil Murphy. Dr. Smith-Ellis is a consummate advocate, and I really mean this, for equity and access in higher education. Most recently served for the Obama administration, most recently served as the Secretary of Higher Education for the state of New Jersey. Her mom, by the way, Wanda, is here with, I'm going to do that to you. Wanda is with her here today. Give her mom a round of applause. I'm honored to call Zakiya my friend and colleague, and we are genuinely privileged to have her here today to deliver her address. Please welcome, a hearty Osprey welcome to Dr. Zakiya Smith-Ellis.
Thank you, President Kesselman, members of the Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty, students, family, and friends. Thank you for the invitation to be here with you all today. To say that this is not the commencement we all envisioned would be the understatement of the year. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure you're all tired of people telling you that we find ourselves in an unprecedented situation. You're probably tired of hearing that this is a year like no other. You know that. You're living it. And if you're honest with yourselves, and I'm honest with myself, you may be tired of all the measures, the social distancing, wearing the masks all the time, putting off visits with family and friends. You may be frustrated that you weren't able to have the graduation that you imagined and that you aren't able to fully celebrate in the way that you envisioned. And let me tell you, I empathize. I'm tired too. You may not be able to tell, but under this gown, I'm 8 months pregnant. And let me tell you, this is not what I imagined when I accepted this invitation to be your commencement speaker. This also wasn't what I imagined my first pregnancy would be like. I didn't imagine having a baby in the middle of a global pandemic. I didn't fathom what a virtual baby shower would be like, or not having the ability to have my family rub my belly to feel the baby kicking. We are all making sacrifices and living a life that we never imagined. And it can be a bit exhausting. As a nation, as a state, and as a community, a lot of us are just tired of it all. So what do I say to you all in the midst of this? What can you say to a group of graduates who have endured perhaps the most unusual of circumstances of any graduating class in the past generation, if not the past century? I can tell you that in normal times, I would have said that a Stockton University education would prepare you to take on the world. In normal times, I would have said that the Osprey values of inclusivity, unity, and celebration make you well poised to take on leadership positions and solve challenges that we haven't even uncovered yet. And I definitely would have told you that anything born out of South Jersey has the grit to make way in any situation. That's right, South Jersey, stand up. And as I reflect on that message that I would have given and our current circumstance, I can absolutely say with even more confidence and more assuredness that the class of 2020 is prepared for anything. Give yourselves a hand. What you have been through this past year means that you can truly weather any storm. Over the course of this past year, I'm sure you have experienced a move from in-person to virtual classes, proving that you can master course content in any medium. Many of you have dealt with increased childcare and other caregiving responsibilities while juggling schoolwork, showing that you can manage multiple high-stress projects at the same time. You may have dealt with the loss of a job that was helping to pay the bills, or the need to work remotely while also going to school remotely. Some of you have experienced the challenge of planning to play a sport, or to study abroad, or to participate in an extracurricular activity, only to have those plans postponed or canceled, showing that you can roll with the punches and navigate quickly changing circumstances. All of this you've done while mastering the content of your major. You've done this while writing final papers, putting the finishing touches on presentations, and closing out group projects. Putting it all together, I would say you have built quite an impressive resume during these times. When you go out into the world, you will do so not only with the solid education provided to you by Stockton University, but also with the real-world experience that demonstrates that there is no challenge too great from keeping you from reaching your goals. If there was ever any doubt in your mind about whether you had the ability to take on any task, go after any job, conquer any challenge, known or unknown, this experience should lift that thinking and lift your spirits. This experience should make clear that you are qualified for any position. This experience should prove that you are fit for any opportunity that may come your way. This experience should fill you with confidence of standing in full knowledge of your abilities. You and your family should be so proud of your accomplishments against all odds. Your presence today is evidence of your perseverance. I know I stand here today inspired by all of you and in awe of you. As Chief Policy Advisor to the Governor and as a proud New Jerseyan and South Jerseyan, I'm thankful to have you as Stockton graduates who will contribute to the next chapter in this state's great history. Congratulations, Ospreys. You are ready to soar.
Let's have another round of applause for Dr. Smith-Ellis. Thank you very much, Zakia. To Mr. Ciccone, it is my distinct pleasure to recommend the conferral of the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa upon Dr. Zakia Smith-Ellis, Chief Policy Advisor to the Officer of the Governor of the State of New Jersey. Dr. Smith-Ellis is a distinguished leader in higher education and now in our state, notably in her recent service as the New Jersey Secretary of Higher Ed and now in her role as Governor Phil Murphy's Chief Policy Advisor.
Dr. Kesselman, I accept your nomination of Dr. Zakia Smith-Ellis for the Doctor of Humane Letters with this salutation. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, the Board of Trustees hereby confers upon Dr. Zakia Smith-Ellis, Chief Policy Advisor for the Office of the Governor of the State of New Jersey, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Excuse me.
And we will now begin the presentation of candidates for degrees. This is what you've been waiting for. Now, please know that and the national anthem, because that really was awesome. That was pretty amazing. Please note that a professional photographer will be taking individual photographs of all of you as you cross the stage, and proofs of these photographs will be given to each candidate. The ceremony is also being recorded, and copies may be ordered by visiting Stockton's Commencement website. We ask that if you take personal photographs, you remain seated while doing so. Will the graduating class of 2020 please rise? Dr. Kesselman, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here have qualified in all respects for their degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by Stockton University. The faculty recommended that these candidates be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of these academic accomplishments.
Members of the graduating class of 2020 who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation, based on the approval of the faculty and the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Stockton University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now switch your tassels. Please be seated.
And now I am privileged to present the new graduates. We ask that you process across stage when your name is called. In light of current health guidelines, we will not be shaking hands. Graduates, when you exit the stage, please promptly return to your seats, and in doing so, honor your fellow graduates. Trustee Ciccone, President Kesselman, and our guest speaker will be leaving you shortly to prepare for the next ceremony. You are 7 out of 8. We congratulate, each one is special. We congratulate you once again. Thank you for coming, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Would the graduates for the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences please come forward? And reading the names is Dr. Mark Berg, our Associate Professor of Psychology.
For a Master of Arts in Criminal Justice, Colleen Anderson. James Baglivio. Kayla Giles. Kelsey Hoban. Shane Rainier. Gianna Rosano. Taylor Searles. For Master of Social Work, Maris Fuster. Lynn Risley. For Criminal Justice, Bachelor of Arts, Thomas Anaruma. Casey Estalos. Lucas Baker. Christopher Baran. Kenneth Barmijo. Kira Barrios. Nathan Bogdovics. Jennifer Capone. Viviana Carrero. Andrew Castle. Courtney Causi. Monica Cluccio. Jessica Cronin. Stephen Cummins. Nicholas Del Rossini. Michael Falk Jr. Roshika Faulkner. Justin Fusick. Brandon Garofalo. Caitlin Groh. Nadia Hayat. Denia Hayes. John Huang. Tawasim Hossein. Connor Hooley. Cordell Irving. Elijah Jacobs. Emily Jones. Marquez Jones. Kayla Kaminsky. Megan Katzmar. James Keating. Brad Kienzel Jr. Lauren Kopf. Jonathan LeBoy. Taryn Ledoux. Kyle Leach. Cassandra Ledesma. Aaron LeGrand. Lynette Marmolejos Cepeda. Haley Murata. Connor Masterson. Noah McDonald. Connor McHugh. Victoria McClear. Michael McNulty. Christina Michael. Jack Moorwinkle. Brooke Mounts. Jared Murillo. Amanda Numis. Joshua Nogue. Caitlin O'Halloran. Amber Oliverio. Tatiana Parker Tennant. Christina Pereira. Kabali Perez. Michael Plantamura. Casey Pirrett. Caitlin Remkaran. Katie Rastelli. Benjamin Rodriguez. Marissa Ruggles. Saida Sanjida. Adriana Santiago. Jonathan Schwartz. Carly Severns. Randy Safart. Elise Sheplack. Sydney Sims. Taylor Ciroli. Ashley Strachan. Alexi Terbisi. Elena Ugri. Tatiana Vargas. Sabrina Vitale. Jessica Werbicki. Carly Zrinko. Economics, Bachelor of Arts, Todd Lund Jr. Kyle Potite. Political Science, Bachelor of Arts, Gianna Angeloni. Haley Bankowski. Vanessa Calixto. Olivia Kurt. Damian Majeski. David Neville. Nabila Suda. Sabrina Varga. Alessandra Vetrano. Ryan Webster. Sociology and Anthropology, Bachelor of Arts, Kylie Calloway. Carly Hammerstrom. Marie Laurent. Ezekiel Ramos. Anne Mahidi. Genesis Sandoval. Social Work, Bachelor of Science, Samantha Agtarup. Psychology, Bachelor of Arts, Patricia Agtarup. Melina Bejaran. Lena Chikezi. Brenna Clowney. Camilla Young. Catherine Booth. Dalton Sheeler. Nicholas Stone. Jalissa Ramirez. Dennis McCarthy. Alexis Reicher.
Let's give a round of applause for all our graduates. As we conclude this ceremony with a recessional, the platform party will leave the stage, followed by the graduates, and guests are asked to follow the graduates and meet them in front of the Sports Center. All of us of Stockton are proud of you and joyfully embrace you as graduates and lifelong members of the Stockton family. Thank you for choosing Stockton and for remaining part of the university's legacy. The recessional will begin with a rendition of Ospreys on Parade, our alma mater, originally performed by Joe Samardi, a class of 2015 alumnus and a member of the Provost managerial team. This concludes the ceremony, and I thank you all and wish you the best and enjoy the rest of this special day. If the graduates would like to rise.
Let us travel in the footsteps of those who came before. Here on our campus in the Pines, knowledge opens every door. And when we go marching out to the world beyond our Stockton, at ease with what we learn, our future has begun. Knowledge leads to knowledge, and Stockton shows the way. Oh, let us be among those for whom Stockton leads the way. Oh, let us proudly strive to be examples day by day. Knowledge leads to knowledge, and Stockton shows the way. Oh, let us be among those for whom Stockton